The past few days, I've frequently been on Twitter. Twitter, in my opinion, is polarizing and not very beneficial for mental health, unless you concentrate on particular subjects there. Even then, it becomes limited. If I follow other Twitter users, I can learn interesting things, get discounts when I need them, and have good information exchanges. However, it becomes dangerous when I follow a topic like transgender. There are trends on Twitter, and pretty much every day, at least once, a term is trending that has something to do with gender. Today, I clicked on the trend gender. It started because of a tweet that claimed that there are only two genders, male and female. Many people were outraged by this. But it's not okay that Twitter suspended the account because of this. Furthermore, there are those who are going in the opposite direction, that there are supposedly hundreds or thousands of different genders. With that being said, there are only two genders. Or are there? I believe that terminology is the biggest problem here. How can I properly name something that I want to express or communicate? And how do I do that without stepping on a person's toes? Simply put, you don't. You can't win everyone over. After all, you should at least start thinking about how you want to say or write anything before you actually do it, right? Okay, gender. Only two, perhaps, yes. Biological? Yes, that's possible, but I am not a scientist. Therefore, I have no way of judging that. But I would agree that there are only two genders when combined with the phrase biological. However, the spectrum expands infinitely in width if I now discuss gender identities. The wording is often the issue with gender, and then after that comes the openness of people. And then there's understanding. Some people believe that trans people are simply insane and should be institutionalized. This is so funny, it almost hurts. Precisely because these transgender individuals frequently need to undergo psychological treatment. Not because they're insane, but perhaps because it is required by law to be able to undergo gender reassignment surgery or hormone therapy at some point. The lack of understanding by many people leads to trans people hiding. They suffer internally alone, leading them to go to a psychiatrist or psychotherapist because of the consequences of this, which can cause depression, anxiety, and sometimes suicide. From the very beginning, it is ingrained in our minds that there are males and females, that these two unite, that they have kids, etc. That is the same message that is drilled into your head from the very beginning of time, so much so you don't even dare to say anything else. You can imagine how difficult it is to come out now. Be it a different sexual orientation or even transsexuality. After all, you violate the principles of society with it. One violates God's plan. In my eyes, society will never change. Not in a million years. The system will continue to function. And no matter how many attempts are made to protect trans people, among others, it is just an excuse for better election results. For example, I know who I am or who I am not, and I am alone with it for me. Therefore, no one can tell me what I am and what I am not. There are many who feel like that, and they all feel like outsiders, at least for the majority of humanity.